Welcome to Era Trails, where we explore the fascinating stories of countries around the world. Today, we dive into one of the most diverse and dynamic nations on the planet, India. Known for its ancient history, cultural richness, and remarkable technological achievements, India has emerged as a major player on the world stage. India's history is one of the oldest and most complex in the world, dating back more than 5,000 years to a time when civilizations were just beginning to form. The roots of Indian society trace back to the Indus Valley civilization, also known as the Harappan civilization, which flourished around 2500 BCE in what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India. This ancient society was remarkably advanced for its time, characterized by meticulously planned cities, sophisticated drainage systems, and impressive architectural feats. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were home to tens of thousands of people, showcasing an unparalleled level of urban planning. The inhabitants of the Indus Valley were skilled craftsmen and traders, engaging in commerce with distant regions such as Mesopotamia. They were among the first in the world to develop standardized weights and measures, and their script, though still undeciphered, indicates a complex system of communication. What's even more astonishing is their ingenuity in water management, with advanced sewage systems and public baths that are considered architectural marvels of the ancient world. But as this remarkable civilization mysteriously declined around 1900 BCE, India's historical narrative didn't fade. Instead, it evolved into a new era, the Vedic Age. Named after the sacred texts known as the Vedas, this period saw the rise of a complex society based on religion, ritual, and philosophy. The Aryans, semi-nomadic people who migrated to the Indian subcontinent, brought with them a new cultural framework, which laid the foundation for Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions. The Vedic period, spanning from approximately 1500 BCE to 500 BCE, marked the beginning of the caste system, a social hierarchy that would deeply influence Indian society for millennia. During this time, India saw the rise of early forms of monarchy, tribal republics, and a gradual shift toward a more organized political structure. The concepts of dharma, duty, and karma, action and consequence, that arose during this era would go on to become central pillars of Indian spiritual and social life, influencing not just Hinduism, but also the later development of Buddhism and Jainism. By the time we enter the classical era of Indian history, great empires began to emerge, further shaping the course of the subcontinent. One of the most significant was the Mauryan Empire, founded by Chandragupta Maurya in 322 BCE. Under the leadership of Emperor Ashoka, the Mauryan Empire reached unprecedented heights. Ashoka, initially a fierce and ruthless conqueror, underwent a profound transformation after the bloody Kalinga War. Moved by the suffering he had caused, Ashoka renounced violence and converted to Buddhism, spreading its teachings across Asia and laying the groundwork for the religion's widespread influence. Ashoka's reign was notable not just for its military conquests, but also for his administrative innovations and commitment to social justice. He commissioned the famous Edicts of Ashoka, inscribed on pillars and rocks across his empire, which advocated for nonviolence, tolerance, and the moral and ethical treatment of all living beings. After the decline of the Mauryan Empire, India continued to witness the rise and fall of great dynasties, each contributing to the rich tapestry of its history. The Gupta Empire, which ruled from around 320 CE to 550 CE, is often referred to as the Golden Age of India. This period saw remarkable achievements in the fields of science, mathematics, astronomy, literature, and the arts. Scholars like Aryabhata, who proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis and approximated the value of pi, and Kalidasa, a master of Sanskrit literature, flourished under Gupta patronage. The Gupta period also saw the codification of India's legal and religious systems, laying the foundations for many aspects of Indian society that persist today. Temples were built, adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures, and Hinduism became more defined in its practices and beliefs. It was during this era that the concept of zero, which revolutionized mathematics, was developed in India, and the medical texts of Ayurveda were compiled, influencing both Indian and global healthcare systems. By the time we reached the early medieval period, India had established itself as a major center of learning, culture, and trade. Great universities such as Nalanda attracted students from all over the world, and India became a hub of intellectual and spiritual exchange. From the shores of the Arabian Sea to the peaks of the Himalayas, India's vast and varied terrain was home to an equally diverse population, all of whom contributed to the rich history and culture that continues to shape the country today. India is a land of diversity. India's resilience and focus on sustainable development are driving efforts to uplift the rural population and tackle climate change. Programs like the Green India Mission and a push toward renewable energy have positioned India as a global leader in combating climate change. India's geopolitical influence has been steadily rising. As a founding member of the United Nations and a leader within the BRICS group, India is at the forefront of global diplomacy. Its strategic location in South Asia has made it a key player in regional stability, and it has strengthened ties with nations worldwide through trade, defense, and technological partnerships. India is a traveler's paradise. From the Himalayas in the north to the beaches of Goa and the backwaters of Kerala in the south, India offers a diverse range of experiences for every type of traveler. The bustling cities of Delhi and Mumbai contrast sharply with the tranquility of Rajasthan's desert palaces and the spiritual atmosphere of Varanasi, one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities. India's wildlife is also a major draw, with sanctuaries like Jim Corbett and Ranthambore offering sightings of Bengal tigers, elephants, and exotic birds. UNESCO World Heritage Sites, ancient temples, and sacred rivers offer a glimpse into the spiritual and historical heart of the country. As India steps into the future, its young and vibrant population is driving innovation and change. With over 65% of its population under the age of 35, India is poised for a new wave of development, led by ambitious entrepreneurs, technological advancements, and a renewed focus on sustainability. From digital transformations to advancements in healthcare, India's future looks promising. Led by the Indian Space Research Organization, better known as ISRO. Established in 1969, ISRO has grown into one of the world's leading space agencies, defying the odds with a modest budget and a strong focus on innovation. What sets ISRO apart is its ability to achieve complex space missions at a fraction of the cost compared to other of water on the moon, a breakthrough that shook the scientific community. Following this success, in 2014, ISRO achieved another milestone by becoming the first Asian country to reach Mars with the Mangalyaan mission on its very first attempt. This mission, officially called the Mars Orbiter Mission, was accomplished with an incredibly low budget of $74 million, earning it the nickname India's Frugal Space Mission. In recent years, ISRO has continued to push boundaries. In 2019, they launched Chandrayaan-2, a follow-up lunar mission, and although the Vikram lander lost contact during its descent, the the mission was still deemed a success for the data it collected from lunar orbit. More recently, ISRO's ambitious Gaganyaan mission aims to send Indian astronauts into space, marking India's entry into human spaceflight. Perhaps what is most impressive about ISRO is its vision for the future. The organization is actively working on more advanced projects, including solar exploration with the Adifir L1 mission and interplanetary missions to Venus. Beyond scientific advancement, ISRO's satellite launches have also contributed significantly to practical applications on Earth, such as weather forecasting, communication systems, disaster management, and even agricultural planning. ISRO's story is one of relentless pursuit, innovation, and a drive to explore the final frontier. As India continues to rise as a global power, its achievements in space exploration position it not just as a developing nation, but as a key player in shaping humanity's journey beyond Earth. India is a land of contrasts, where ancient traditions coexist with modern innovations. It is a country that has captivated the world for centuries and will continue to shape the future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through India. Don't forget to subscribe to Aerotrails for more fascinating stories about countries across the globe.